Hey guys, thought I'd do a fill-in brew in between now and when I do my American Amber for an upcoming competition. So I had an idea a while back about trying to create a black IPA using some liquid malt extract as the base. So that's exactly what we're going to be trying to do today. So here is a 1.5 kilo light pure liquid malt extract unhopped from Mangrove Jacks, and then to that I'm going to be steeping some medium crystals, some dark chocolate, a little bit of black patent malt, and then it's going to be hopped with Centennial. Main reason for that is I had 100 grams in the freezer, so we thought we'd go with that, and then we'll use the ever faithful US-05 for the yeast. So shout out to Homebrew, where I got the liquid malt extract and the crushed grains. So the first step is going to be steeping the specialty grains. So I'm just bringing up 2 litres of water to the boil, to 70 degrees, and then we'll add the specialty grains. There's only 600 there in total, and we're going to steep those for 20 minutes, so I'll come back shortly. Cheers guys! Okay, so I brought the water up to, I'd actually brought it up to 72 degrees Celsius, added a grain bag, stirred in the specialty malts, and then we're going to put the lid on and let that steep for 20 minutes. So effectively all you're doing is releasing the sugars that have already been converted in the grain, and also the colour out. So you're not really, it's like a mash, but you don't have to be as critical with the temperature, although it's sitting around what would be classed normal mash temperature. So we will come back in 20 minutes. Okay, so I've finished steeping the grains for 20 minutes and pulled the grain bag out. Just got it resting on this colander here. What I'm going to do now is just rinse any remaining sugars from the grain, just using another litre of water, which is approximately 75 degrees Celsius. So we'll do that and then we'll come back for the next stage. Okay, so I've brought up the liquid to the boil, and because it's an unhopped liquid malt extract, I'm going to have to bitter it up. So I've got some Pacific Jade, 15 grams, which I'm going to boil for 20 minutes, and that's going to give me a fair chunk of my bitterness. So we will add those in now, and then I will come back to the next step. Cheers guys! Okay, we are 10 minutes from the end of the boil, so I'm going to add in the 1.5 kilos of liquid malt extract. So I'll probably do that off camera because it's going to be too tricky while holding this, and we'll come back. Okay, so the liquid malt extract's in. We're 5 minutes from the end of the boil, so now I'm going to add in 50 grams of Centennial, which is going to give me a lot of my flavour. So we'll let that sit in there for 5 minutes, and then we'll turn the heat off. Cheers guys! Okay, so we're just about at the end of the brew day, so the boil's finished, all the hops were added in, the Pacific Jade and then that 50 grams of Centennial. I've cooled the pot down slightly, and now I'm going to transfer it into my fermenter through this grain bag just to capture any hop debris. And I've got it sitting on the scales so I can weigh how much liquid's in there, because I'm aiming for 10 litres. There's no marking for 10 litres, so it's 4 kilos empty, so we will carry on. I probably won't film the next bit because I'll need 2 hands, but we will come back shortly. Cheers guys! Okay, so I've pitched the yeast, got the wort down to about 23 degrees, and I've pitched the US-05 on top and just got it in the fermentation fridge here, and we're going to drop the temp down to about 18 degrees, and we'll ferment that until it's all done. But anyway, we'll close the fridge up, keep it nice and cold, and we'll swing around and I'll show you the sample. Okay, so there she is, the sample. Came out at 105.2, so should give me about a 5.5% beer. Not completely pitch black in the tube, but the tube's very thin, but a very dark brown. So we'll have a little taste of it. Yeah, typical sweet wort, but I am getting quite a bit of chocolate through from that chocolate malt, which is nice. Nice bit of bitterness, but not too over the top. So yeah, pretty happy with how the brew day went, especially considering I haven't done a extract with grains for, jeepers, I can't even remember how long. It's got to be years ago. So I'll probably do this as a separate video. If not, you might see this as the first part of a grain to glass or pouch to glass. But anyway, stay tuned guys, thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Over and out. Cheers. Okay, so we're back. It's exactly 5 weeks to the day since we bottled the beer. Got a bit lazy with the bottling, so I put them into these big, this is a 1.25 litre, and I put the rest in some 1 litre bottles. So let's crack it open. Nice little hiss off the top. Alright, I'll stand up for this. Okay, so there we go. Let me turn that glass around. So poured up a lot darker than what was in the hydro tube. Still getting some dark brown sort of hues down the bottom. But yeah, poured up a nice head. Nice sort of, I was going to say tan, but it's more like a sort of mocha coloured head. Nice tightly packed bubbles. I'll just screw the cap back on the bottle first. Okay, so actually finished a little higher than I anticipated, 1.012. So it's come out at 5.25 and around that 40 IBU mark. So we'll get a, cheers guys, we'll get a nose on it. First thing I'm getting is that dark chocolate from the malt, and also like a hint of coffee as well. Very nice, and definitely getting a background of the citrus from the Centennial, which is very nice indeed. So that head looks like it's going to stick there, so we will dive in. Oh, that's nice. Even more dark chocolate and coffee on the flavour, and then once again you're getting that sort of citrus notes from the Centennial coming through, but not too over the top. I don't think I dry hop this. I'll put a note at the bottom. Don't think I did dry hop it. Well, maybe I did. I'll put a note below anyway. But definitely getting that citrus through. Some good upfront bitterness as well, even though it's only around between 35 and 40 IBUs. There's a nice bit of bitterness there. Really nice mouthfeel. I'm very happy with that mouthfeel on there. I thought being an extract it might have ended up being a little bit thinner, but no, it's actually got a really good mouthfeel and body as well. The carbonation is good. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how that's come out, mainly because I've done about 4 all grain black IPAs before. This is my first extract black IPA, and it's been, actually I might have mentioned earlier, it's my first extract recipe or brew that I've done. I've done some kit ones, but I haven't done one of my own for a number of years. So yeah, very pleasantly surprised indeed. In fact, if I was handed this and I didn't know it was an extract based beer, I probably wouldn't be able to tell that. It tastes as good as many all grain black IPAs I've had, and I think a lot of that's down to the fact that you are using darker malts like the chocolate malt, a little bit of black patent. It's got that medium crystal in there as well, and I think that does mask, I guess, that it is an extract, liquid malt extract base in there. But all in all, I'd be more than happy to drink that again. That lacing's got some good lacing, the head's sticking around, got that good, like I say, hop flavour coming through. All the malts you should be able to get, and the liquid malt extract you should be able to get anywhere from any homebrew shop. The hops, you can swap them out for anything that takes your fancy. So I've used Centennial, but you could use Mosaic, Amarillo, Columbus, any of the sort of punchy sort of American hops always work well in a black IPA. So yeah, no, real chuffed with that. So that's the sort of easy extract black IPA beer. So if you've got any questions, if I missed anything out, just sing out. Otherwise, stay tuned and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks guys, catch you later.